Hello everyone and welcome back to the Twistie Test Championship. New Zealand and Sri Lanka, of course, continue their battle today on day 2. It is Karunaratne and Mendes in at the crease for the Sri Lankans after they were 45 for 1 at stumps on day 1 after bowling New Zealand out for 190, which is not an amazing total from the Kiwis. So they'll be looking to really put the Sri Lankans under pressure early by getting a couple of wickets. We have seen the wicket is a little bit difficult to bat on. Tim Southey obviously with the ball this opening over the day's play. But yeah, it is a little bit of a difficult wicket to bat on. We've seen it, both sides start a bit slow before eventually easing into a bit of an innings. This partnership been pretty good. It's probably worth about 20 or 30 at this point, maybe 30 or 40 to be honest. After the Kiwis lost an early, the Sri Lankans, lost an early one. That's over the top by Mendes, and that will be 4 runs. And the first runs of the day for the Sri Lankans. Mitch Santner's at the other end for the Kiwis. He'll be looking to get a breakthrough today, and he might have got one in his opening over. He has. The finger's gone up, and it is Santner. The second ball, or the fourth ball into his first over. Able to get the breakthrough wicket. Karunaratne out for 21. The Sri Lankans 51 for 2. So that's the sort of stuff New Zealand will be looking for. If they can get Mendes out as well, that's both set batsmen gone. As we now see the replay of that wicket. I don't know why it's put into this spot rather than the previous position, but that's fine. What is going on here? I've just showed the same thing twice. Goodness me. Classic TV broadcasting issues, everyone. How good are they? 60 for 2, and that's cut away by Matthews for 4 more. Oh, in the air nicely. And in the gap. 4 more for Mendes. Oh, got him! Straight through. A big full toss. He's missed out on that one completely. Might have just shaped away a fraction late, and that's why middle stump is absolutely out of the ground. Clean bowl by Bolt. Matthews out for 10. Another one. Another edge. Another wicket. It's Trent Boult again. This time across the right-hander. Instead of around the wicket, he goes over the wicket. Gets the outside edge through the keeper. Bolt's got a couple. New Zealand have 3 this morning. What a start by them. Dinesh Chandimal didn't spend too long at the crease. He's out for 1. Oh, a little inside edge onto pad. But Bolt's been dangerous the last couple of overs. He's got a few wickets. Oh, an edge. And it's through the gap. And that will be 50 for Kusal Mendes. Just the 4 boundaries. He spent a heap of time getting himself there, including that one boundary that was off an outside edge. This time, there's an edge that's taken. It's off the bat of De Silva. It's Boult again. He's got 3 this morning now. Colin de Grandhomme with a big catch. Just to his left-hand side. It was really shaping away from him. The Sri Lankans this morning slumped to 5 for 101 as Colin swings this one in, and the umpire gives them wicket number 6. So the Sri Lankans, after they were like 45 for 1 this morning, they've lost 5 for 56. In the next 23 overs, it's been quite an eventful one. Both the seamers and the spinners have done the job. Obviously, Santner got the first wicket, Boult got the next 3, and de Grandhomme got the last one. Then he's got another one. He's chucked it on. Colin's got the last 2. New Zealand have 6 in a session. And Niroshan Dickwalla will be departing for just 5. The Sri Lankans are now 110 for 7. They still are 80 runs behind. They've just got 3 wickets in hand. So the Kiwis, a really good start today. First session isn't even over yet. And there's another wicket. Santner's got 2. This one a little outside edge. Just across the line. Good load catch taken. And the Kiwis continue. And Buldeniad for 4. Sri Lanka 115 for 8. Oh, look at that. Good bit of fielding there from Colin. Still got 2 overs left in the session. As we see another edge. And another wicket. The Kiwis have been absolutely dominant this morning with the ball in hand. It's been wicket after wicket after wicket after wicket. They've taken 8 for 71 this morning. An extraordinary session. And in the final over before lunch, Santner will get the last wicket. He ends up with 3. The Kiwis end up bowling Sri Lanka out, getting 9 wickets in the morning session of day 2. Good take by Latham there. And it is the end of the Sri Lankan innings. It just lasted 29.4 overs this morning as they ended up losing 9 wickets and only managing to pile on 71 runs in this morning session. Quite absurd, ridiculous. Jeet Raval, Tom Latham have just charged through the bushes there. And they'll be coming out to the middle. Lahuru Kamara with ball in hand for the opening over. New Zealand have a lead of 74. Their second innings begins on day 2 after lunch. Swing and a miss. Oh, that'll be runs. And it's been all Tom Latham so far in this Kiwi innings. He'll pick up 2 more here. And he'll move to 9. Oh, thought about the third. Maybe not. Now, again, just a backward foot punch. Back foot punch through cover. There'll be 4 more runs. Oh, and again, geez, he's been really strong on the offside. This one's square of the wicket. It's going 4. Latham moves to 22. Jeet Raval still yet to get off the mark, although he is now. The Kiwis have started really strongly in this second innings. 35 for none after 10. Oh, inside edge onto pad. Gee, it could have ballooned up even further. Lucky for Tommy Latham, it didn't. Oh, nice. Punch down the ground by Jeet Raval. 4 more. Oh, inside edge. The Sri Lankans now desperately will need this breakthrough. The Kiwis 49 without loss. And now they'll bring up the 50 partnership as Latham drives through cover. But Sri Lanka desperately need wickets here. This lead already up to 125 and will continue to grow as the day plays out. I mean, there is still so much time in the game. We're only on day 2. Remember, everyone, only on day 2. So we do need to remember that the Sri Lankans will definitely not want to be chasing a massive total. But there's probably still a possibility that they could get something around the 300, 350 mark, given how long there is left in the game. Let's say New Zealand bat out the rest of today and maybe a session or 2 tomorrow. Oh, there's a bit of a shout. And maybe an attempted run out. Umpire says no. And we see this one sent upstairs. No. Edged. Oh, just fell short. Just fell short. Inside edge onto the pad would have saved Jeet Raval there. Otherwise, he was in strife. This time a leading edge. Oh, geez, he's had a few lives here. Jeet Raval. Another edge that doesn't carry. 66-run Kiwi partnership, and this time jumped on. But it's Latham. Just the little inside edge. A pretty thick one in the end. Back onto the stumps. And he departs for 39. Sri Lanka get the first breakthrough. New Zealand 66 for 1. Yeah, as we're saying, they don't want this lead to be any more than 350. I mean, they really don't want it probably to be more than 200. As Williamson, yes, Williamson is out for a duck. That's an absolutely massive wicket. I think it might have been Fernando that got it. Maybe it was Kamara. Just a little edge off the batter, Kane Williamson. Through to the keeper, Dick Weller. New Zealand 66 for 2. Losing 2 quick wickets. Kane Williamson out for a duck. Jeez, not happy with that one. Would be the New Zealand fans. Would have expected their captain to do much better than that. As we head into the tea break. Jeet Raval comes out of it. The shot down the ground for 4. One bounce into the sight screen. So he and Ross Taylor looking to build another partnership here for New Zealand after that 66-run opening stand. This partnership already worth 34 runs. So they come back for 3. This is going to be tight. They get home. They must get home. Otherwise I wouldn't have cut it out. This is another close LBW shout. I reckon maybe it was impact outside the off stump. And this one's bowled him. Might have seemed like I was a little bit delayed, but just come to the realisation that it is out. Goodness me. That bounce really kept low, half stump height. Jeet Raval in the end playing the wrong line of the ball. And it goes into middle stump. So New Zealand lose another one, and you can see with that lack of bounce on this wicket, how difficult it is going to be for some of these guys to bat for long periods of time. So I'm pulled away for a couple more. It's just going to be tricky, both with the spin and even with the seam. You don't want one to just hit the seam on the pitch and just absolutely die and not bounce at all. So they're the sorts of pressures in this innings. Oh, there's a shot at the stumps. And given by the umpire. Didn't even need to see a replay. Let's have a look at this. Drives towards point. They look for the quick single. The throw is a direct hit. The dive was maybe a fraction late from Ross Taylor. In the end, he's run out for 21. New Zealand 109 for 4. Oh, that's somehow beaten the outside edge. We have seen just how teams have gone about their innings, and it's been really difficult to bat against the older ball. Edged. Did it carry? The Sri Lankans think so. They're celebrating. They've got another wicket. I think this one's BJ Watling, the keeper, superb to dive across and take that catch. First slip, obviously, would have had to dive forward to be able to get that one. And Dick Weller just jumping to his right-hand side gets Watling out for 2. The Kiwis 115 for 5. And it's Henry Nicholls with Colin de Grandhomme out in the middle. So a positive session from the Sri Lankans from a wickets perspective. They've got 5 wickets this session. And the Kiwis are 5 for 123. That lead, if they come back for, I think it's 2 here, up to 200. It's now above 200. So that's exactly where they want to be. Gee, they're tight running for that 3. Again, they must get home. So sweep goes behind, the wicket's onto the onside. That'll be 4 runs. That's a very good sweep, actually. Ball was just 2 leg sided. This is ballooned off the pad. And that is the end of Colin de Grandhomme. Sri Lankans rejoice. Gee, that bloke is standing on the pitch. He basically is standing on the pitch. Kusal Mendes. Anyway, De Silva gets the wicket. Colin out for 17. New Zealand 6 down for 141. Ooh, that was maybe a run-out chance. They didn't really want to do. Inside edge onto the pad. Mitchell Santner now departs. It's the end of him. And the Sri Lankans continuing to get... He's on the pitch. He cannot be standing on the pitch. 147 for 7. Santner out for 1. The Kiwis. Gee, they really need to just pick up their game a little bit here. 7 wickets down in 55 overs for only 150-odd runs. Run rate about 2.7. Really dropped off. Not that it was ever massive. Anyway, we've got 5 overs left today. That'll be another wicket. As Wagner balloons it onto his pad. And the Kiwis lose their 8th. So Henry Nicholls just watching the partners depart at the other end. 161 for 8, New Zealand. Final ball of the day. And it's through by Southey. He's going to be off the mark. They will come back for 3 safely. And that will be the end of day 2. Which was an extraordinarily eventful one. We saw 17 wickets fall, 9 from the Sri Lankans, 8 from the New Zealand side. They're 164 for 8. They've lost 8 wickets for less than 100 runs at this point here in New Zealand after a 66-run opening stand. Anyway, they lead it by 238 runs. See you all on day 3 as we continue this battle in the Twistie Test Championship. Thank you and goodbye.